to a brand new video. Today we are on Gmod on a rather big map. Two carriers, each one pretty much you're meant to be able to fly around in helis or use modded boats. What else? Oh yeah, we're here to do some bomb testing. There we go. Camera's not being cut off then. But we're doing some bomb testing today. I better take the hat off. Be comfy on the heat as well. So, I've sat for around 2 hours just designing, putting together, and then detonating bombs. Well, I say 2 hours. 2 minutes designing, a minute putting together. That's 4. So you can say around 5 minutes making them, and then the rest of 2 hours detonating bombs. So here are the list of the bombs. Well, most of them. So the ones that are further down here are prototypes. Let's just say that. And then other random stuff. And a broken J-Dam. I don't know if they even publish these. Because, well, they're easy to make. I've just got mine sort of made for our siege stuff. Like this £100 bomb. 100-pound bomb with a 10,000 force thruster on the back of it. And it does a lovely little arc. Only problem is it doesn't have much range. It does not have much range, which can be easily avoided. I need to be careful with these bombs, because every bomb I make is activated on start. So if you drop it, it's going to detonate straight away. Some of them aren't, and I've got to go fix them. I think it's more for bigger bombs and a napalm. One of the napalm bombs I made just bounces. It doesn't detonate at all. No matter how many times it bounces, it just bounces, never detonates. So if we, each of my explosives with thrusters will use 8 and 5 on a keypad. You can rebind them if you want to, but we'll just let this go. So normally this is what you would have to do: angle it, set it up. You could really just set up a bunch of these and just set it off like this. I don't know where that went. If you have bombs like that angled too far up, because of their little hop they do, it kind of ruins it. And what does that? Just go straight up. So what we'll do, we'll re-angle it. Our goal is to hit the other carrier, doesn't matter where. Oh, it's just done it again. So what this map does, if something hits that corner, no, if something goes off in this corner, it will appear over there. Something in that corner, it will appear over there. Which I found quite amusing, especially when you're using clusters. So I'll demonstrate it by just the map will be laggy because it's a big map. I mean, I'm only getting around at 10 frames a second. I normally get 60. So, set them off. There they are. I'm pointing at it as if that's going to help. Let all the bombs go off. All the explosive are allowed, by the way. You can see where my cursor is, that's where they all appear. Cluster ones, they tend to just smack into each other and thingy out. But the cluster ones that I made are rather buggy. They're more of a... if you don't mind thrusters marking an area where it landed, or exploded, like the first explosion, it's sort of like markers. But let's just say they're not good if you want to reduce lag. On my other explosives will destroy the thruster in the in it, whereas the cluster does not. And there's a chance that any of these bombs that have been strapped up to be 3 of them, there are chances that their thrusters do survive. What we'll do, we'll fire that off there. You see that it detonated because every enter that pushes through the back area will squish down into one. So triple explosives will always detonate. So if I do one 100-pounder, send that through. Go on. There you go. You just see the faint smoke trail. It should detonate. Over there. Because it passed through that way. Move those through. There you go. Now you see a bomb that flied around here ended up hitting the barrier and got teleported over that way. So you can quite literally set up explosives. Actually, I have to check underwater. So you can see under here how big this map is. And there are fully fledged categories you can go inside. And every bomb works underwater. So they should appear over there in a big explosion. No. Okay, so I think it's a certain depth. But yeah, full interior. These lifts, I was trying to think of the word then, work. They work completely. You can put an aircraft on it, move up, position yourself to down there, and go. But this works for like PvP, multiple players, loads of players, because you've got the catapults, which are activated in here, which will grab onto the back of a plane, no matter what plane it is. It seems to work with WAC, but really you want to use LFS planes for this, because that's what the map was designed for. But they'd hook up to the back wheel and throw you off, so you'd turn your engine on, and once you're launched, you hold W, you can glide off. I'm gonna do that. Put 2 of these and a 50. Now you can see the differences. I'm going to clean up quickly just in case a thruster's left. But here's the differences. The 50-pounder and the 100-pound it's important to note the lighter the explosive does not mean it travels further. It's like firing off that, which is going to appear over there at the top. So if I do it over here and shoot over towards that, two 100s and two 50s. So right now in front of us we have the equivalent of 300-pound explosive, which I believe the biggest explosive in here, in the light category, is the 100-pound bomb, which then goes up to a 500, 750, then to a 1000, 1150, thermal barrack, cloud maker, and CBU 52U. And then you've got your normal missiles, you can set them up. I recommend giving them boosters, like Frost to help, because they do take a little bit to take off. But here's... So keep an eye on these two here, and watch the arc. I'm going to switch to that. See? I've got it so the 100-pounder is taking off with way more force than the 50-pounder. The 50-pounder I have generally made to be pushed off the side of a building, and then you turn the rocket on to fire it down to do more damage than what it's supposed to. The 100-pounder you shoot off. It's supposed to go a long way. You can see its arc there. It's supposed to do what it's meant to. With a 50-pounder, you can see they're only tiny. Thrusters are way bigger than the actual explosive. So the thruster kind of just overpowers them, and they just go straight down. If I go back to Dupes, grab the 100-pounder. That's a 50. There we go. The 100-pounder is bigger than the and it's actually a little bit further up on the thruster, where the 50-pounder is below the halfway. If I'm on the halfway line on a thruster above it, it'll start shooting up. Below it, it'll start to angle down, just like that. Now that exploded right next to the. I actually think it did hit the carrier. I'm gonna actually go see if there's a scorch mark on there. So you will find with all my bombs, if I can put it all into a kit to add on to G bombs, I don't see. There we go. There's the scorch mark. So it landed directly underneath. If that was a heavier bomb, it would have breached the hull. But sadly, it didn't. I'll try and put. I was gonna say I'd put them all together in a mod or a pack, but it might have to be you just subscribe to the Dupes. Oh, and they also have the these. You can stop these midway, but they won't come back up. They have to complete their journey all the way down, so they can go back up. These airboats. There you go, you can 100% drive them. And they shoot. So, just so you guys know, I'm going to press F1 so it keeps open. All the bombs will have a certain look. The bombs that are pointing to the left of the screen are ones you set up to fire away, all except from the Cloudmaker and the J-Dam. As you see, the J-Dam is pointed in a different direction, so is a single napalm. I believe it's this napalm that's broken. The triple napalm goes off as expected. Obviously, in water, it's not going to go off. And it will create a circle of flame. Not just in one direction, it creates a circle. Even though it's free, it should only create 3 directions. This one creates a full circle of flame. Liquid T-bomb, liquid Tiberium. This one rolls on its own, so you need to grab it and freeze it. Now this one's focused on the lower end of the bomb. So angle, set it off, and delete it very quickly because it is made for you to drop it off a plane. So you weld it to a plane, have someone in control of that constraint, and tell them to undo the constraint, and then you turn the thruster on. Because it is designed to be dropped from a plane and go straight down. The reason why it started to twirl up and then looked like it was going to hit the carrier then is just how the thruster is placed. It is meant to be erratic. It's meant to... Your enemy's not meant to expect it, pretty much. You need to be careful of hitting your own plane and forming Tiberium crystals on it. This horrid machine, where each one of these is clipping to the point where detonation is guaranteed. These would be the same as a liquid T-bomb, but you would have to be careful in arming, because they're all... Again, all my explosives are armed heavily. These triple ones, they have smaller thrusters on it. They are actually in weld. Wasn't me. These are one of the earliest designs of my thruster. So I'm actually going to go over to thrusters. Tools. Thruster. You can see I've got up at max. Forward number 8, numpad 8, 5 numpad reverse. I'm going to update. Go to the duplicator. I'm actually going to let these fall. Go to the duplicator. You want to get it in the center on the thruster. Again, this is a tank killer. So the M1 Abrams from S-Cars will be annihilated by this. One will kill it. And you'll probably see some uncanny stuff appear on OBS. Ignore that. The reason is, I just have it set up for streaming. I'm sorry for anyone that has headphones in. I've got headphones and that was loud for me. And I've got it turned down. So basically, for this explosive, I highly recommend you angle up, set the thruster going. 3, 2, 1. That's how that one works. So you press save dupe. That's the updated one there. Now, I'm pretty sure anyone who's made a dupe of themselves, a big dupe, they'll do it in stages, spawn in that dupe and then put it together. I do it differently. I just build the explosive as it is, then activate it all. This is just a regular, plain old activated 50-pound bomb. I didn't think I actually activated it. Four damage. There you go. That did 4 damage to me. Now, I am playing as a Grey Knight from the Inquisition of Warhammer 40k. Your skin does not matter. No matter what skin you are, it will kill you. All my explosives should kill you. But I find this player model seems to live a little bit easier. But again, these explosives really do hurt. I should actually showcase the different arcs, because I'm pretty sure these two have a different one. I made this one recently. I haven't tested this one yet, so yeah, the 100-pound bomb's got a greater arc. Those duplications were more of these just scattered. This is a 100-pounder. 1,000-pounder. Yeah. This one is also designed to drop from planes, or, if you wish, tops of buildings. Very effective. I'm just going to go over to the other carrier. These headphones are rather uncomfortable. Just so you know, these 1,000-pounders will lag your game if you detonate a lot of them. Observe. I lost 2 frames. Nope, 3. Just jumping back and forth. You see, 2 of them. Well, if that was a sinkable carrier, that carrier would be gone. Let alone all the other explosives we detonated on it. Now, I haven't tested this, I haven't fully gone with it, but this thruster is a little bit more invisible. It's not meant to be noticed. And as you see, it doesn't have a lot of range. That's only because the bomb's heavier. So if you make explosives like this, you have to take the weight into account. Like, where is it? This J-Dam. No, this is the thermal barrack. That one's heavier. But also has 2 detonations. So again, just like any other one. This, obviously, all these bombs are meant to be dropped from planes. Some of them just have more assistance. these thrusters. Dead. As you saw then, one thermal barrack killed me. Yeah, I took damage. Again, it murdered me. You see, the cloud stays. And where is this the J Dam? Yeah, it is. I don't even remember if this one works. Yes, it does. There. Now again, these explosives, I do take a lot of caution when using them. Because you can kill your game with these. I have killed my game several times. Just testing. But you can see there, the thruster doesn't even... If you look at the missile itself, the thruster does not lift it off. So it's constantly scraping. So this is the type of one you would drop off the back of a ship, or... it just drops right down. I am on about making a depth charge, but again, it all depends what you need. So go into entities. So you'd also need some mines, but more importantly, you would need a bomb, a certain bomb, to detonate it. Nitroglycerin is a good option, but it explodes if anything touches it, so it's hard to weld. Pressure cookers. Not gonna explode. Alright. Shrapnel bombs. They're not doing anything. But if you're gonna make something that you want to destroy stuff underwater, like subs or people trying to get onto a boat, I highly recommend using either napalm or going to artillery and using any of these howitzers. Because you've got the frag shell, high explosive, and incendiary. I mean, look at this. Fragmentation. I wasn't that far away. Took me down to 38. There's the howitzer. It actually shows in the picture it's meant to have something there. Quite literally, you could set up so many of these and have different people manning them. So we need a high explosive shell. Into the breach. Now we're going to need howitzer propellant. If I could press E on the freaking howitzer propellant. I need to bring the shell a little bit further back. I might just reset the map. So everyone's back to normal. Now let's see first. Let's just use the Davy Crockett launcher. I'm guessing you would just use weld for this. Like that. Spawn in the Davy Crockett. You know, we'll do it without the tripod. So, Davy Crockett and the propellant. Let's put the Davy Crockett in first. This is the first time I've actually been able to get it in there. Get it into the launcher. Didn't launch. Again, I've not fired this thing at all, so I have no idea how much propellant it's going to need. Not launching it. I know exactly how to launch this. That didn't blow up like I thought it would. I'm gonna add a new warhead to my arsenal, a nuclear one. Let's grab the duplicator. And grab the duplicator again. It's not detonating. It's because it's in the water. I'm getting away from this. Definitely detonate then. This will sink a carrier. That's loud. I now have a nuclear option. Well, I think I'm gonna make a bit of a better one. So let's use the little boy. Go to tools, thruster. Now this is going to be deadly. So go through the full process. Copy. Get rid of. I'm scared of this thing. The nukes just don't go off in the water. Surely they must. No idea what that was. But did me down to 28. Well, I'm going to leave this episode of on making Garry's mod for a little bit. My PC's gonna have a bit of a wake-up call. If you've liked the video, or if you enjoyed the video, consider putting a like down. And if you haven't subscribe already, because if you're coming back, you might as well. I think we've deserved to see a nuke properly go off before we go. Bear in mind, this is the nuke that This is Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I can't remember which bomb exactly did it. Right, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Well, I'll see you guys in the next video.